Enzo Ferrari used to say that Ferrari has to be like a beautiful woman. It has to provoke desire. And the client's waiting list makes the product even more appetizing. A product that not everyone can have, and we don't make too many also in order to feed the myth that we want to keep alive. Behind all this, there are three fundamental components: all-round innovation, extreme technology, thanks also to the relationship with a number of leading universities around the world, and the third element behind what appears from the factory is absolute consistency with the first day on which Ferrari was born. For 60 years, this red car has remained the same. It is a company that is perfectly integrated with its surroundings in Maranello, where it began. The production process, from the foundry to the finished vehicle, ready to be shipped anywhere in the world, is unique. There is great consistency also in vehicles that are sporty and extreme, with phenomenal technology. A constant and continuing presence in Formula One, to be the team that has won more than anyone else in Formula One, is really what brings together passion, beauty and extreme technology, and make this a unique brand, a brand of dreams, also because it's exclusive.
Anche perché è esclusivo.
Barilla is an Italian company with extremely deep roots, so I think that it has, in its approach and its way of operating and its way of thinking, a strong Italian component.
Forte componente di italianità. Io penso che
And I think that one of the most significant components of the group's strategy has been continuity, an ingrained ability to focus on the basics, the fundamentals.
Di continuare sui basic, sui fondamentali. Noi abbiamo comprato.
Over the years, we have bought a number of brands outside Italy and some companies outside of Italy in the pasta sector. But respect for the brands is very important in consumer goods, and trust is built on the quality of the products, in continuous quality, which is what identifies the brand, and the quality of the communication, which is very important in creating a connection between consumer habits and the purchase of the brand.
E l'acquisto del marchio. Noi ci dedichiamo essenzialmente.
We are essentially dedicated to the family. Consequently, everything is synergically related to this idea, including communication. We have a continuous success because people feel a link with the brands, and we believe that the affective element is extremely important and significant in maintaining the continuity of this relationship.
Sulla continuità della relazione.
Campari is an Italian multinational in the sense that, on the one hand, we have in our DNA the values of the Italian wine and spirits industry, but obviously we operate on an international scale. Finding a balance between the Campari brand and our other 39 brands is obviously not easy, but to really operate effectively with such a portfolio, we need to decentralize our work. As far as tradition is concerned, the things we really care about are the value of the brand and quality. Everything else has to be invented day by day in order to keep the brand relevant. To make the Campari brand an icon of style, you need a very detailed knowledge of the consumer and what he wants. And on the other hand, a marketing team of an exceptional level, as well as very substantial investments. We are among the biggest investors in our industry, and we will continue to invest also in the future. The brands that have an Italian story clearly have a competitive advantage because they benefit from the creativity and strength of the Italian lifestyle. Art is part of the nature of the company and the Campari brand. We have always worked with big artists, and we continue to do so today.
E continuiamo a farlo oggi.
Innovation in the strategy of Brembo is extremely important. Our traditional competitors have always been much bigger than us, so the only way to try to find a position or a place in the sun was to offer something new, and consequently we have focused on an almost maniacal research for innovative products. On average, Brembo spends at least 1 or 2 points more of our revenues on research and development than the majority of our competitors. It's a habit of mind, a philosophy, a culture that drives us to continuously push. So there is space, I believe, also for smaller companies. Someone said that if it wasn't a braking system, it would certainly be a work of art. That's an example of something that was said about us. But there are a great many other examples of this particularly Italian skill in making beautiful things so that they can become beautiful.
Delle cose belle perché vengono belle.
Per Technogym l'innovazione è a 360 gradi.
For Technogym, innovation is a 360-degree concept. Design is part of our DNA. I am a designer, and the company was founded with a vocation in industrial design and design excellence. Design has also allowed us to distinguish ourselves also within the framework of the idea of made in Italy. In other words, products of quality, products that allow consumers to enjoy an experience. So design as a brand innovation, and therefore brand recognition.
Per Technogym ogni prodotto è un'opera d'arte.
For Technogym, every product is a work of art. Today, and this is also true for Technogym, people are the most precious resource we have, and innovation is the continuous improvement that is the result of teamwork. In our focus on innovation, Technogym invented the word wellness about 20 years ago, along with the concept of a lifestyle focused on wellness, which is our philosophy. In order to compete in a market invented and dominated for many years by the Americans, Technogym had to evolve over the years the concept of the promotion of wellness. Fitness is appearing and looking good on the outside. Wellness, meanwhile, is about being beautiful inside. Wellness is a lifestyle that involves regular physical exercise, a healthy diet, but above all, a positive approach to life. In fact, in 25 years, we have moved from a garage to the Technogym village, from being Technogym in Romagna to Technogym in the world.
Perché no?
Per Benetton noi intendiamo l'attività.
What we mean by Benetton is the business of production and distribution in the textile and clothing sector. A company that continues to be the central element, but which, at the same time, has seen a number of other sectors and businesses grow up around it.
Sono rimaste vere delle considerazioni che
Some of the fundamental considerations that were central to the four founders from the beginning have remained true. First of all, the division of roles between the founders themselves. a business formula which foresaw, on the basis of its success, the creation of other entrepreneurial elements, such as the use of small upstream partners in production, which guaranteed flexibility, but also the intensity of small businesses, able to be very focused and committed.
Di valori condivisi da molti dei business.
This combination of shared values among many of the businesses, activities and projects pursued by the family is for sure also part of the experience that I have had personally in the creation and development of 21 Investimenti, one of Europe's leading private equity groups.
Private equity a livello europeo, se vogliamo delineare per esempio.
And if we want to draw an outline of how this sense of shared values has operated, we can see that certain much more complex strengths have come into play, with important partners such as the Singapore Sovereign Fund, Goldman Sachs, Mediobanca, and I think this is the code for what has happened.
Di quello che è successo.
Dal primo giorno dell'esistenza di Luxottica, il mondo.
From the beginning of the existence of Luxottica, the world was a place of competition. It wasn't a regional, national or even European thing, but the whole world. And this philosophy today is completely natural. 70% of what we sell is made in Italy. But Italy accounts for 4% of our revenues.
La relazione con.
The relationship with the territory in Italy has always been one of the fertilizers and one of the most important elements in the growth of Italian companies.
Più importanti di crescita delle aziende italiane. L'equazione qualità.
The quality made in Italy equation is fundamental for us. But the extraordinary combination that this company has been able to make is to have arrived at current levels of volume and results by finding the right mix between craftsmanship and industrial processes.
E penso che questo valore del Made in Italy ci
And
sia.
I think there is a good payback for the value of Made in Italy around the world. Internationalization is one of the most significant and urgent issues facing Italian companies today. It means having long-term plans. It means having an ability to write new chapters. So it's even more important to have real citizens of the world inside our companies and not just great professionals.
Al di là di bravi professionisti.
Un imprenditore rischia.
An entrepreneur is someone who takes risks every day. Certainly something that was very significant was the courage of my father to invest at a time of great uncertainty.
Estremamente coraggioso.
Forse with a touch of recklessness, the desire to do something new, we offered to supply Formula One teams at some considerable risk. Because with any Formula One contract, you run the risk of being kicked out from one day to the next. And I have to say that all in all, for us, it has worked out.
Questo è il vero.
This is the real pleasure of the challenge, being able to always question what you're doing, to think big, but every day.
Execution, execution, execution.